tell your uncle to leave me alone? He's often inappropriate.
How so?
Please don't make me go into the details.
I'll see what I can do, and thank you for not breaking his legs.
I don't beat on the elderly, and I really don't want to touch him. How are you two even related? It boggles the mind.
He looks worse. Do you think he's in a lot of pain?
We'll have to leave him here.
We could tell his owner where he is. I don't know that it'll help much, though. Champion of Kirkwall? Fancy title.
Not that fancy.
So, do you get a stipend? They let you rule the city?
I'm not sure someone can rule that city.
Watch it. Gas hole.
A what hole?
A scholar might call it. They don't know there's gas.
You Let's finish this! Another fall!
Lonely time to be tromping through the forest, don't you think? I do not see the appeal.
I've always meant to ask, Varric. When we met in the Merchant Guild, you seemed to be waiting for me.
That's a statement, Hawk. What's your question?
Were you waiting for me?
Actually, I meant to catch you before you saw Bartrand.
But you knew I'd be there.
Maybe I wasn't obvious about this already, but finding out things I'm not supposed to know is pretty much what I do.
Do you have any news?
I ran across a couple of dogs in the woods, but one of them was poisoned. I don't think he's going to make it.
Thanks for telling me. I'll go see what I can do.
Are you married?
Is that a proposal?
It's just, you're the champion of Kirkwall. Big. Important. I don't know. Just wondering if there's a little woman behind the throne.
Let's keep moving.
He looks worse. Do you think he's in a lot of pain?
We'll have to leave him here.
We could tell his owner where he is. I don't know that it'll help much, though. Right. Done with the wyverns. And various nonsense. Back to the chateau?
We're here for a reason. Let's take care of it.
I'm with you. I had a quick look around. There's one door into the castle that isn't under heavy guard.
I hear a butt coming.
I can't get it open. And believe me, I tried. Bent a nice set of lockpicks in that stupid door. One of the Duke's guardsmen must have the key. They wouldn't just lock themselves out of the castle. I hope.
Give me a minute alone with this guard. I'll get the key.
No murders, or clobbering, or whatever you're thinking. It'll be hard enough getting out of here without some servant finding a corpse stuffed into an armoire.
Let's split up then. We can cover more ground that way.
Tallis and I will look for the key. In the meantime, scout out the castle for another way in.
Let's see what we can find out. Come on.
Your Grace, this is the event of the season.
You have truly outdone yourself this time, Prosper.
Ah, at last, the hero of the hunt. The champion of Kirkwall has the honor of first kill this day. To hunt the Wyvern on its own ground is to tempt fate, a terrible risk. But the prize, I present to you this belt crafted of fine Wyvern skin. Wear it well and accept the accolades you're due.
Thank you, Duke Prosper. I'm proud to be here.
Your humility, my dear Hawk, does you great credit. Do not mind Leopold. My pet is always so temperamental before dinner.
Leopold, is it? I didn't know wyverns could be tamed.
Tame is perhaps too strong a word. My friends, I officially welcome you all to Chateau Hain. Enjoy a taste of our Legion hospitality.
I see several men who might be captains in the Duke's Guard. One of them should have a key.
And how do you propose we get it from them?
How else? We ask nicely and tell them we'll give it right back.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Orlesians are such pleasant people.
Stand back.
Cahir must like you, my dear Hawk. He's not usually so polite. I think it will be quite the interesting evening, don't you?
Duke Prosper's parties are unrivaled anywhere.
That doesn't look like a real gold.
It's not. It's a caprice. Mother used to have a set of them when I was a child. You collect them from everyone you know, then cast them in the fountain and make a wish. It's an Orlesian high society game.
From the looks of this crowd, I guess nobody is in a wishing sort of mood.
Is something the matter?
I've come a long way to visit the legendary Chateau Haine. I'd be devastated to leave without seeing inside.
I've heard the music room is the envy of Orlais.
And the ballroom is the single greatest example of flooring in Thedas.
I'll die if I don't view those treasures with my own eyes.
Well, we can't have guests expiring. I'll see about getting you a tour.
Let me handle him. As soon as I have the key, we can signal the others.
My, what a big sword you have. Do they give those to all the Chevaliers? So impressive.
Lovely party. Well?
He doesn't have it.
What?
He forgot he'd given the key to one of the servants. What kind of guard forgets that he's locked himself out of the castle?
We'll go out there and mingle until we find a way in. Or get so full of caviar and wine we fall asleep.
Right. Nothing to worry about. This can still work. So let's find this servant. How many could there be?
Well, he is Orlesian.
I'm trying to stay positive, you know.
You did well, Sirrah. Perhaps there is a hunter in you after all.
More wine, monsieur.
Mother used to love these coins. She never got to bring hers to the fountain.
Why not?
You don't get invited to fancy Orlesian parties when you marry an apostate. Another caprice. How many of these are there, I wonder?
An excellent party, I'm sure.
Hawk, do you even know why you're picking these coins up?
Mother would want me to play the game for her.
Champion, it's good to see you again. I'm sure you don't remember me. We met when King Alistair made his trip to Kirkwall. I'm Ban Tegan Gerin.
You think I often intervene between Meredith and foreign heads of state? Wait. Actually, yes, that's pretty normal for me.
You remind me a great deal of someone I once knew.
Who is this man, Tegan?
I beg your pardon. Isolde, this is the champion of Kirkwall. Hawk, allow me to present our lesser Isolde.
Tegan, I must speak with you right now about the horrible thing Dulcie de Lancey said.
Of course. Please, excuse me, Monsieur Hawk. A pleasure to meet you. If you speak to Ban Perrin, I don't advise you to bring up the Chantry, or Knickers. Yes, Isolde, I'll tell him the story about the undead. Please, excuse me, Syrah.
Sister Nightingale?
Champion, it is good to see you again under less dire circumstances. Tallis?
Leliana, it's so lovely to see you again.
You look stunning this evening. Your hair is darling. Did you do it yourself?
I get the distinct impression you've met before.
Oh, briefly. A long time ago.
You meet all sorts of people in Orlais. It keeps life exciting.
Well, I'm glad you two had this chance to chat.
Yes, it was very fortuitous. We shouldn't take up more of your time, Leliana. I'm sure you have things that need attention. Right now.
Enjoy the party. It's quite the event, you know.
Well, let's find this servant. How hard could it be?
Champion, what a surprise.
Seneschal, dear, introduce me to your delicious friend.
Serendipity. This is Syrah Hawke.
Awkward. So, can we talk about something else now?
It's been delightful meeting both of you.
Don't be a stranger. Sometimes I wonder if we're at war with ourselves. Wherever I can get it, honey.
Pardon me, Sir Guard, but could we have a moment of your time?
Anything for the Duke's honored guests.
I simply must meet the person responsible for those azaleas. They are the finest shrubberies I've ever beheld.
We are the most avid members of the Kirkwall Horticultural Society. I never thought I would live to see the day that anything would surpass the Viscount's juniper.
This may be the greatest day of our lives. You must introduce us.
I can see this is a matter of utmost importance, but I'm afraid I do not have the power to help you. I cannot help you, I fear. You will simply have to endure.
Put what you found to good use. I discovered more social interests.
Can I help you?
I just tried one of the canapes, and it was raw in the middle. Someone must alert the kitchen.
I don't wish to speak ill of anyone, but they were also overseasoned. I pray no one else has tasted one, or the scandal.
Nutmeg. It ruins even the best cook.
There's nothing I can do for you, monsieur. I don't have a key to get into the chateau. Please, stop making such a fuss.
Champion! Oh, Champion! Could you not have stopped Emile before he fell to such depravity?
He didn't actually become a blood mage, Lady de Lancey. That was just a rumor.
A blood mage I could deal with. But this whore he's dallied with, she is insufferable. The horrors she's inflicted on our summer house in the name of decorating. It is an atrocity.
Allow me to express my deepest sympathies, Lady de Lancey, on the ruin of your summer home.
She filled the front room with ceramic cows. Cows, Messer Hawk. I cannot bear to think of this any longer. Good day, Messer. Always delighted to see you, champion.
My. I never thought you'd actually attend, champion.
I was hoping it would be a shock. Part of my plan to become the most talked-about noble in Thedas.
If I'm any judge, your scheme will succeed. What do you think of the party so far?
Recommendations for people I should chat up?
The gentleman over there is Bantegan of Ferelden, younger brother of the Arl of Redcliffe. And of course, there's Lord Cyril, Duke Prosper's son.
Who are the worst in the crowd?
Do you see the two young ladies over there? That's Babette and Fifi de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey. Don't make eye contact. You'll thank me later.
I've never seen anything like it.
So polite. That's certainly one way to put it.
We should probably go mingle a bit more.
Of course. We'll speak later, Lady Elegant.
It was so nice seeing you, Hawk.
Can I interest you in some Antivan olives? Or I have some smoked ham from the Androfels. They say it tastes of despair.
Wait, does it really? How can ham taste like despair? Why would anyone eat it if it did?
That's what the importer said. They all talk like that. This wine has notes of oak and springtime. This cheese tastes of sorrow.
Thank you, miss. None for me at the moment.
Nobody has wanted anything. Olive duty is the worst job. I must have offended the cook.
I don't suppose we could have a peek at the kitchens. I'd love to see this hopeless dish in all its glory.
I don't know. I shouldn't leave my post.
What a scandalous reprieve from olive duty. Think of what the other servants will say.
The upstairs maids will be so jealous when they find out. Very well. Follow me.
I know, right? They treat you like part of the furniture. I'm surprised they don't sit on it.
Avoid the cheese plate. Terrible. Have you got the key?
I'm usually better at this. She didn't have the key either. This isn't supposed to be so complicated.
Don't beat yourself up about this, Tallis. We'll find a way in.
I hope so. The servant says she gave it to the Duke's son, Lord Cyril. Let's find him and hope he didn't pass it on to his father. So, Lord Cyril.
Excellent. Join us, champion. We were just discussing your famous confrontation with the Qunari leader.
You must tell us the tale. It was the talk of Denerim for months.
You have never been to Chateau N, yes? Please, allow me to give you this caprice. It's an old custom. My mother spoke often of Leandra. They were great friends when they were young. It's a shame neither could be here.
Where are your knickers this time, Perrin?
Shut up, you painted shrew!
What entertaining manners our guests have. Don't you agree, Hawk?
Tallis here has been asking such fascinating questions about the garden, but I can't answer them.
I suppose I can do my duty for the family and show her around.
But, yes, the Regency wallpaper is quite lovely. I agree. I wouldn't say, forget it.
That wyvern blood has some kick, doesn't it?
This is officially my worst night ever.
Not Lord Cyril's type.
Maybe he just doesn't like elves, or women. In either case, you're the answer. He has the key, go get it. What? It's your turn, Hawke. Go on.
Seems like I could save time and just assume a plan will fall apart from the start.
It hasn't fallen apart. It's just, not entirely cooperating with reality. Just go try something. So good luck with that.
Thanks.
Tell the elf that her pleas are for nothing. She's pretty enough, I suppose. No doubt there are some men who would like that sort of thing.
I thought you might be a man of refined tastes.
I heard the same of you, Monsieur Hawke.
Why don't we talk again after the party?
You have it! Tell me you have it.
I have it.
Good, then we can find the jewel and get this over with.
You don't sound that excited.
It's simply been a long time coming. That's all.
This jewel is that important to you?
Yes, I suppose it is. I want this part of my life finished.
And here I thought we were getting along so well.
I can't imagine anyone I would rather attend an Orlesian party with, even if you are human. Let's find that door and get inside.
All set.
What in the name?
There's no need for you to die today, friend. Just move on. You never saw us. You could have walked away.
Is something wrong?
I didn't want to kill him.
I've seen you kill several men.
There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. Enough. We're here for the heart. I'd like to do this quietly, alert as few guards as possible. What do you think?
Let's do it quietly. We shouldn't get into fights if we don't have to.
I'm glad you agree. Let's go. This part of the chateau will be crawling with guards. We'll have to try our best to keep out of sight. Or we could try to create distractions, provided you're good at throwing stones.
And if all else fails, we'll give them a sharp knock on the head.
Right, of course. Just try not to do it all the time. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Try not to be seen.
What's the matter?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's simply find the jewel and be done with this.
in Hightown too. Even harder. Varric will want to know about this.
Did you hear about the Duke's meeting with the Empress?
I never listen to court gossip. That'll get you killed, my friend.
Can't speak now. I have too much to do preparing the banquet and Leopold's dinner. You don't want to see her with and go hungry. If you need something, ask one of the servants. Well, why are you still bothering me?
There's a problem in the courtyard. Something about a poisoned comtesse. The servants were looking for you.
A maker's breath. What have those useless elves done now? I suppose I'd better deal with this.
Careful. We don't want to bring the Duke's entire army down on us.
A pirate medallion. I wonder if Isabella knows anything about it.
Punched like he'd never punched before. Maker's breath.
It shouldn't be much further.
Damn blackouts, keeping me off patrol.
That should do it.
Quickly, over here.
Damn blackouts, keeping me off patrol. Halt!
You're making this more difficult than it has to be.
Hours in this armor, a man's gonna pass out. That's my bloody story.
What was that?
What does Babette want now?
That tea was too cold.
Oh, of course. It's either too hot or too cold.
Or her bed's either too soft or too lumpy.
Nothing is ever just right with her. What a bitch.
You didn't try the cheese, did you?
Are you joking? It tastes of despair. I'm not a madman.
I don't think I can do that.
Be quick, but careful.
Hours in this armor, a man's gonna pass out. That's my bloody story.
An armor stand would serve with more distinction than you, maggots. This may be a garden party, but you will not be sipping fruity drinks and mingling. This is war. These heartless slaves to fashion would wear your skin as a cravat if they could. Never forget that. Every one of you will be prepared for battle.
Done.
Do not relax for an instant.
All set. You drop the pie.
I'm sorry, monsieur. It's all squashed while the hounds took a bite of it.
It's really not that bad. Just put it back on the plate and cover it up with some gravy.
Come this way. Let's get to the vault as quickly as possible. Quickly, over here. Why didn't he just hold his little soiree inside? This place is huge.
What was that scrabbling noise? Thieves in the chateau!
You're making this more difficult than it has to be.
I must be hearing things.
You're making this more difficult than it has to be.
I must be hearing things. can't do that. Bugger Prosper's vault if someone got past. I must be hearing things. He's in the chateau!
Try to be more careful.
Is someone there? Cursed rats. Damn blackouts, keeping me off patrol. Is someone there? Oh, my head. What was that about? Is someone there?
That should do it.
Let's move.
This is it.
It's never as easy as it seems, is it?
I swear I didn't know. There must be some sort of switch.
something wrong?
I don't know. Yes.
Don't fret, my dear.
Yes, this qualifies as wrong.
It's not over yet.
But it is over. I knew who you were the moment you arrived. Assassin.
Assassin? I knew it.
You did?
You've been acting strangely ever since we arrived.
Clever man. Have you also deduced that your elven friend is Qunari?
You're Qunari?
It's complicated.
I assume Talis has her reasons.
My, she chose you well, didn't she?
Look, I came to stop the Heart from doing something we will all regret. He didn't. Leave him out of this.
And waste all the effort I spent luring you here before the Heart's arrival? Don't be foolish.
Ase hasatra mas.
Mas havas trasokulon. Take them away.
The elf was Qunari.
And the dwarf has no beard. I know, it made no sense to me either. Maybe they cut her horns off.
The Qunari are not a race. They are a religion. What I don't understand is why a Qunari agent would try to kill one of her own people. And why involve the champion?
Excellent questions.
I expect answers to match.
I live to please.
I have a question. When the Duke told you what I was, you said you didn't care. Was that true?
You could have told me the truth. I might have listened.
And what if you didn't?
I suppose we'll never know.
I am sorry. This didn't work out like I'd planned. Obviously.
What was your plan exactly?
The one I expected to find is named Salit, a member of the Ben Hassrath, the Heart of the Many. I was told he's here to sell secrets to the Orlesians, and I came to stop him. I suppose I was misinformed.
So you came here to stop this Salit from betraying your people?
You probably won't believe me, but this isn't a political mission. It's personal.
What do you mean?
Salit was my best Rathari, the one who recruited me into the Ben Hassrath. My tutor. He's the one who saw my potential, convinced me that I could make a difference. It doesn't matter now.
But you said he was selling secrets.
He is. Or at least he intends to. One last act of defiance. I can't let him do that. Not when he'll hurt so many others in the process.
You mean he'll hurt other Qunari?
Not every Qunari is a soldier, you know. There are tens of thousands of farmers, artisans, craftsmen. People who have never hurt anyone. People whose only crime is living. They don't deserve what he's going to do to them. But it's more than my duty to stop Salit. It is my moral obligation.
You mentioned the Heart of the Many before, but you said it was the name of the jewel.
It's also what Ben Hassrath means. Some people say we're enforcers, that keep the Qunari in line, but that's not it. It's hard to explain.
Try.
We're the soul of the Qun. We keep its spirit alive and protect it, from both outside and from within. Not every Qunari agrees, nor do they always do what is best for all. The Ben Hassrath remind us of our common goal.
You make them seem almost peaceful.
It's not always meant to end in violence. There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. I probably don't sound very convincing.
The way you're talking, it sounds like you're one of these Ben Hasrath.
I am. Or, I was. Whether I ever am again, I guess that remains to be seen.
Is that why you're here? To redeem yourself?
Not to them. Doubt is the path one walks to reach faith. To leave the path is to embrace blindness and abandon hope.
Another Kunari proverb?
She who swallows wisdom in tiny chunks avoids choking.
So, did you really involve me just because I had an invitation?
You were the only one on the invitation list who wasn't a personal friend of the Montfort family. And you're also the champion of Kirkwall, and a Ferelden with no reason to love Orlais.
And what was going to happen when all this was over?
I thank you. We go our separate ways.
Really? I wouldn't notice a thing?
Truth? You're not exactly what I was expecting. I've heard a few stories about you. They don't quite do you justice. Perhaps if I'd done my homework, I would have known more about you, given you the respect you deserve. Nothing I could do about it now.
So, everything you told me was a lie?
Not everything.
So I just missed the part where you're one of the people I drove out of Kirkwall?
You don't need horns to embrace the Qun. What you need is a purpose, a belief in unity, in improving the lot, not only for your own people, but for everyone.
You're right. I can think of many people who would be improved by the loss of a head.
You're joking, but you're also right. That doesn't mean it's the solution for everyone.
So everyone else just loses a foot, maybe a big toe?
Being Qunari doesn't automatically mean you're a zealot. Most Qunari don't even understand humans, why you act like you do. But I grew up among you. I understand perfectly well.
Wait, aren't you here to kill someone for the Qunari?
I never said I was killing him for the Qunari.
So you're improving his lot, perhaps repeatedly?
I know it's not easy to understand. After what the Arishok did, I hardly blame you. But just tell me, can you honestly say there's nothing to improve? Nothing to strive for? We believe in striving together. We may stumble, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
I don't disagree.
It's who I am. I joined the Ben Hasras because I felt it meant something. Means something.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
It's been a long time since I talked to anyone about it. I suppose it's not really a prison cell conversation.
I suppose the good news is, with all this extra time, I can learn to knit.
Could you make me a sweater?
No.
The first order of business is getting out of here before His Grace decides we would taste good in the soup. Or whatever he has planned. Any ideas?
We didn't come here alone, remember?
Oh, I give up. We've been through every inch of this place twice, and there's no sign of them.
Or we've been through the same 20 feet of this place about a dozen times. It's hard to tell, Raveni.
We should have gone treasure hunting in Wildervale instead.
You're still upset that you couldn't swipe a drink from the party, aren't you?
That's it. I'm officially tired of waiting to be rescued.
Why didn't you just do that before?
You said your friends were coming.
Good, you're out. Was that the best party ever, or what?
Let's get out of here.
So, back through the castle, then?
There's a better way than fighting through the Duke's entire army. I'll show you.
Here's your equipment talk, laying around in a locked chest.
Then we should head for the caves. That's the way out I planned to take us through originally. Unless you want to carve your way out through the Duke's army.
We'll see.
So we're going to keep following her. Wonderful.
It's up to you which way you want to go, Hawk. I'll help you either way.
Maker, save me. I'll die in this place.
Allow me.
Andraste bless you.
Please help me, kind sir.
Any more for me?
eternal Thanks.
Let's hope this escape route works.
If we get to the caves, we'll be safe. I think.
Well, that's the last of it. When I'm through with this hack, he'll wish he'd never picked up a pen. There's something written on the back of this page, Hawk. I think they're directions. Want to check it out?
I told you not to take her to part. What's that to do with the price of beans? It's the curse what got us.
Quit arguing. Some of us are doomed to listen to you go on forever.
Yo! Ho!
What did you call me? Who said that?
Captain! Captain Isabella, sir! Over here!
That statue is talking to me. That statue is talking to me.
It's me, Paisley Pete, crew of the Wicked Dancer. Helped you board that Navaran brig.
I remember your help. I also remember that your Captain Maldine tried to claim all the booty.
Aye, and then Maldine put a curse on us, the scurvy bastard. Only another sea captain can lift it.
How could a sea captain turn you to stone?
The captain's a Maleficar.
He always said he was calling down curses on those who wronged him. But we didn't believe it.
He was a lying, cheating, scurvy bastard. Can't blame us for crossing him.
I don't know Isabella will be much help. She doesn't even have a pirate crew.
I have a ship? The crew is next on my list.
Pirate captains are more than a ship, and the dirty cutthroats will sail with them. A real sea captain is a force of nature. Like the sea herself. Like wind and tides.
You hear that, Hawk? I'm a force of nature.
I never had any doubts. What triggered the curse? And how does a sea captain figure in?
We sort of broke something that wasn't ours so we could divvy it up. And now it needs to be put right.
Only a sea captain can do it, though. Anyone else who tries will end up like us.
And how did 3 stone pirates end up this far inland, inside a duke's estate?
We borrowed some cargo from Maldine. Thought Prosper could buy the treasure off us. But the curse caught us.
The Duke left us here as a warning to others. Or because it's funny.
You're the one they need. The decision is yours.
They're lying, thieving rat bastards. Pirates. What do you expect? Let's hear them out.
We captured a sloop out of Antiva City, the Majestic. Mostly, she was carrying silks to Orlais. But in a strongbox, hidden in the silks, was the Dagger of the Four Winds.
The Dagger of the Four Winds? It's just a legend.
Maker's truth, Captain. It's as real as life.
So you took this artifact from the Antivans, and it turned you to stone?
Captain Muldean didn't want nobody taking the dagger and jumping ship, so he put a spell on it.
He said any blighter who took it from a rightful captain would turn to stone. But who believes in curses?
We pried the jewels off the hilt to sell them to the Duke. Then the curse caught up with us. Put the dagger back the way it was, and you can set us free.
No promises. Come on, Hawke. Let's look for this mythical dagger.
See? Caves. Just like I said.
A dark, musty cavern. Wow, you sure know where all the good parties are.
How did you know about this?
I stole old plans from the Fourth Blight. This was a retreat, they called it. At any rate, there's an exit that leads out onto the mountainside. That's your way out.
Done with my hospitality already, are we? Such a shame.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
I agree. Thankfully, I have an opportunity to rectify that mistake.
Just let him go, Prosper. It's me you want.
What I want is to ensure you cannot further hinder my plans. Do your job and kill them, Jason. Is that not why I keep you around?
That is it! Hold them! I'm releasing the pets!
this works.
I don't think we're getting out this way now.
Oh, I don't know. Some lockpicking, maybe a few hours, and... Oh, you're probably right.
We'll have to go back down and through the caves I mentioned before. Although I wonder why the Duke's bodyguard ran off like that.
The Duke left him.
I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Treasure vaults. Wonder what Prosper keeps in here. I think if you put the right runes in there, it'll make them into something new. I don't think we can open this with any of the runes we've got. Where do we get more?
Drinks after this?
Each door needs its own rune, I think. What do you think, Hawk?
Great. Caverns. Nothing bad could possibly happen here.
Drinks after this? One gigantic, flawless ruby. If this isn't the Jewel of the West Wind, I'll eat my boots. A sapphire the size of my eye. This has to be the Jewel of the South Wind. I wonder what it's worth. I've never seen an emerald this perfect before. It's got to be the Jewel of the North Wind. This is the biggest diamond I've ever seen, including one stripper named Diamond. It's got to be the Jewel of the East Wind. Paisley Peak wasn't completely full of shit. This could have been the Dagger of the Four Winds, before they ruined it. That's all of it. Those bastards made a mess of the settings, but I can put the gems back in place well enough. Whatever we do now, I am not giving this knife to Paisley Pete. It's much too pretty.
think we're supposed to flip them all like that. Well, that's Orlesian.
I've put the dagger back together. Now what?
Well, you have to,
Give it away. You have to give it away and not get it back. That's the term of the curse.
Let them what steal from rightful captains suffer for their greed. Only by captain's generosity can scabby bastards be freed.
I could be generous without giving up the dagger. There's a lot of kinds of generosity, you know.
Look at them, Isabella. If you were in their shoes, you'd want the curse lifted.
I wouldn't be in their shoes. I don't steal anything with a curse on it. That's just good sense.
Are you sure about this? You're just gonna leave them here forever?
No. Maker, you are such a bad influence on me. I can't leave them like this. Fine. I never want to see it again. You hear that, Maldine? Now turn them back.
We're your men for life, Captain. We swear. Even Jan.
Shut up, Raleigh!
Great. I lost a priceless dagger and gained 3 disloyal thieving sea dogs.
Not a total waste, then.